Hey kids, and welcome to the show. Today we're going to be talking about education after a pandemic. So, after this last year of dealing with the virus, we have now started to see some normalcy. Now, some of the cities are still on some lockdown, but we are starting to see some normalcy. So, what are we going to see next year? Well, it turns out kids don't necessarily do well on Zoom, but a lot of the learning happened on Zoom this last year. We're already starting to see that a lot of the kids that were never in front of a teacher last year are hurting. And they are going to probably test behind because teachers provide a great service. And unfortunately, there's a lot of kids, for whatever reason, were not able to go to regular school. And that might be because their parents decided not to put them in regular school. It could be because the government locked down their regular school. It could just be whatever reason. But here's what we're looking at. A large segment of our child population has basically lost an entire year of school, regardless of what grade they're in. Some of those grades are going to be more important than others. So, what have you been doing during the pandemic? And I hope I am preaching to the choir today. We always read to our kids every day without question. We read to our kids. And we did it before they started school. And now that they're in school, sometimes they read to us, we read to them. Both of our kids are doing amazing in school. But our kids get to do in-face education. And there are a lot of places around the country where kids have not been able to do the in-face education. And we had like partial Zooms and stuff here in Oklahoma and in our school district. And I can tell you, it was really frustrating when everyone's trying to connect and it's hard and the kids aren't doing this. And having a child on the spectrum, I can tell you, it's just not there. Kids already have a hard time. However, our kid did good once he figured it out, but it was tough, to get him to understand that his teacher was on the other side of the screen. So why do I say that? I say that because now with things opening up, I really hope going into the next school year, I hope we have a great summer and things open up and everything is great again and our kids go back to school. I'm afraid that some of the kids will be kind of bounced forward and some of them won't be. So it won't make a big difference in your own school district. We're really blessed in our school district. We were open pretty much the whole time. A few little quarantines because of positive tests and stuff, but our teachers are awesome. Our principals are awesome. And we know them. They know us. And that's one of the good things about living in a small town. So, we've got kids that did not go to traditional school. We have kids that aren't used to sitting down. They're going to come back and they're going to be disruptive. I know I'd be disruptive if I was like that. So there's going to be this disruption. So you've got these kids that have been educated for an entire year in the traditional classroom setting, and you've got these kids that have not been educated in traditional classroom setting, and all of a sudden you're going to put them all back together again. It's going to be pretty wonky. At least that's what I think. And so that's what I think. Like I said, this is my observations. So what do we do for our kids? Well, if you're taking your kids back to school from a whole year of not being in school, definitely start reading to them this summer. Make sure they're ready. Give them some tests. Make it work. I'm telling you, my kids are acing everything now. 100% for our daughter. 100%. It doesn't mean we get to stop. I had a great coach once tell me, you learn more from a loss than you do from a win. When you're constantly winning and constantly winning and constantly winning, those losses hurt a lot more. Plus, you're not really excelling and you're not moving forward. So you need to challenge yourself every day. And today I posted on my personal Facebook, and I'll share with you guys, but about the parable of the ants and the grasshopper. It's an old secular parable. And basically this grasshopper just loves just like playing music and hanging out. But then he came to the ants who were storing away their food for the winter. Winter was upon them, and the grasshopper was starving. And I'm not going to say the rest. Link in the description. Read it. It's a great story. And I'd love to hear your comments in the comments. So, the ant and the grasshopper. It is a wonderful story, and I think it's very important for what's happening today in the United States and probably all over the world. We need to work hard. We need to educate ourselves. We need to be ready with services. You need to think about things that are going to be necessary post-pandemic. We're seeing some inflation. It's going to happen. We see it already. Anybody that tells you inflation is not happening has not bought anything lately. So it's happening. I love history. I hate that history repeats, but it is. And there's some really wonky stuff I don't think I can talk about on my channel because I'll just get it shut down. But there's some crazy stuff coming down the pipe. And I want you guys to know this. I'm not a doomsday prepper. I don't think the world's coming to an end. I am a prepper. And by that, I mean this. I am not going to worry if there's no toilet paper at the store because you can use a hose. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, we prep for 3 weeks. We prep for a tornado knocking everything off stilts and knocking all our buildings off. We prep for that kind of stuff. We don't prep for the end of the world because the end of the world, who knows? Could be tomorrow, could be yesterday. We had that solar storm. I was kind of worried that my phone wasn't going to work. Guess what? Solar storm didn't kill us. That was yesterday during my birthday. I was like, this is it. The sun's going to kill me. It didn't. So we're still here. And since we're still here, we need to love each other and go off into the world, go off into the sunset, do something, learn something, work hard. Right now, you still have an opportunity to learn a skill. And don't just wait. Don't say, whoa, I got to go to college to learn a skill or I got to go to trade school. Get on YouTube. I'm telling you, you can learn anything. You can learn anything on YouTube. I learned how to do a YouTube show on YouTube. You can educate yourself. If you're looking for education, you can educate yourself. I love education. I love the colleges and all that thing. But, and here's the big but, you have to keep learning. And if you don't stop learning, you get younger. And I say that because I learn something from everyone I know every day. I'm so thankful for it. My daughter, my son teach me things every day. I need to make sure that I'm ready to teach them something. And I try to. So, learn something. Teach something. And if you've been wanting to do something, you're scared because you're not sure how to do it, just do it. Just do it. Seriously. I'm on YouTube. I don't have a big following, but I'm here. And I have a cool microphone. And I got some headphones. I didn't start that way. I started with the phone and nothing. It was ugly. It was horrible. But I did it. And now I've learned it. And I'm going to keep learning. And the channel's going to get better and better. And people are going to start subscribing, hopefully. And it's great. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep treating people the way I want to be treated. And that is with respect and love. So until next time, work hard, be kind, and have fun.